How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel, another video. Today we're doing 3 completely separate room pour paintings, all different color palettes. I think you're gonna love them. But I'm not gonna waste any of your time. Let's do this right now. All right, so we're gonna try to replicate that lightning bolt effect that I got. I was making some very small changes to my recipe, and I'm basically just changing the components of it, so I didn't necessarily change too much, but just the components. And I'm trying to replicate that again with this one, because it looked gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So the colors we're going to be using today were this dioxazine purple. So we're going to be pretty liberal with the use of it, because I want to make sure I get enough coverage. And then this is just golden teal, and I kind of just do some swirly gigs. We're real technical over here at JMO Painting. But yeah, if I can recreate this with this, I'm gonna do all kinds of color palettes using this different style, because the way these things look is just fantastic. So this is my cell activator. It's just in a bottle, but it's the same cell activator that I used in the recipe. Then I got my little hair comb deal, so y'all don't see my big nugget in the frame. Alright, so we're gonna let that kind of settle a little bit. But yeah, already you can kind of see in the cells, they're not round. They have kind of jagged little, like fractal looking patterns going on within the inside. So I am going to spin this though, because I want to spread it before it, and I want to thin out this part of the cell activator too. So we give it a pretty vigorous little spin there. Stop it for you guys. And yeah, I mean, there's those fractal patterns and lightning bolts. Beautiful gradiated effect. I lost most of that teal, and that's unfortunate. There's still a very small amount of teal right there, but that is the effect that I was going for. So yeah, we definitely can recreate it. So I'm going to take you through a couple more color palettes using this technique here, because I feel like the outside is the standard bloom, but everything that goes on within the inside is it just looks like lightning, and I love it. All right, let's do a different color palette. A little bit of that white down, you know, just a little bit. It's the pillow. Do a little preemptive stretch, small one. Right? And let me do a little tappy tap. Get some of these bubbles popped, eh? Couldn't hurt. Alright, look at this orange though. The orange is gorgeous. Goodness. There's still a few little bubbles in there. I'm not too concerned with the bubbles, because the bubbles, they're going to add a little bit of a dot, right? Which is okay. We're not too worried about it. There we go. We're just gonna swirly gig it. If you're enjoying the video, give that like button a little tap, because it really helps the channel a whole lot. And with that, let's get back down to it. Totally technical. All right, so now I have my black cell activator mixed right here. So I'm gonna put a little bit down right in the center. grab my heated comb that's been Frankensteined into something else. I might have been too forceful with that. I ended up blowing down into the pillow paint, and it's a problem I'm having with the comb, because I want to be able to keep you guys able to see everything really well, but not put my head in the way. So when we spin it, it might fix that problem. So let's spin it. Of course, I spin it so hard, and that's okay. I'm almost thinking it's going to have more white on it than the orange or yellow, so you might have to... Yeah, it is, definitely. That's too much. But we're seeing the little fractal patterns again within it, so I think it was the little change I made. And, you know, nothing's perfect, right? So we're going to scrape this, but we're going to do it again because I want more of that orange and yellow. And less gray, you know? So that's what we're going for. So I'm gonna put down a little bit more pillow. Thank goodness the pillow is so cheap, right? A gallon of this as opposed to a gallon of acrylic paint. I might want just a touch more. But yeah. I hope everybody's doing wonderful, because I'm feeling like a mad scientist in here. I was just messing around with things last night, trying to come up with new ideas. And then I painted 4 really brilliant looking purple coasters with the lightning bolt looking effect in it. And I just wanted to be able to replicate it. You know what, I'm gonna just make a puddle right in the middle, like the standard typical blooms. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. If I was doing a swipe, the moving the paint, having lines of paint around would help, but I'm not doing a swipe, so it doesn't matter much. Look at that though, that's crazy looking. I don't know if you can see that. That looks awesome. Here, we wanna center it a little bit more. Alright, so let's put this black down. I am going to blow it out with my mouth this time and see if it gives me anything different. So. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah. Very different, because it's so much less forceful than the hairdryer. Or not hairdryer, but the heated comb that I use. So I'm already seeing some of those fractals in the middle. I want to maintain those. So I'm going to spin it now to kind of get it set where I want it. So that way when they continue to form, they will form the way I like them. I still blew a little too hard in a section or two. Nowhere near as bad as that last one, but yeah, it was a little bit harder. As you can see, there's white peeking through. But that's fine. I definitely got the brilliant orange and the yellow in there, with some of those little delicate lightning bolts going through the center. I love this stuff. Whoa, this is so nice. Alright, let me get my hands cleaned up. I'm going to move this tile over there, and we're going to do one more color. So I wanted this last one to kind of be a color palette that I've used in the past, and I've had success with it. But you're going to see, I'm going to layer the colors probably slightly different, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to be using the, I think the white or the black select fitter. I don't know which one yet. Kind of scatterbrained. It'll depend on how the colors are looking together, really, if I'm honest. So we have this gorgeous phthalo turquoise color. it does wonders against the white base coat, because it will gradiate a little bit. Then we have this nickel azo gold. We have 4 colors in total. All right. Then, since it's gold, or the nickel azo gold, I'm going to top it with just a small amount of bright gold from Golden. And then teal really makes those colors just pop, you know? And right now I'm actually concerned that I don't have enough to fully cover this tile without the colors getting really spread too thin. So we're just going to do a whole nother layering of the exact same colors. But yeah, these colors have made some really crazy effects for me in the past. Really crazy. And I love them together. But it is looking dark, so I might use that white cell activator. Just because. I know, it's running away. Stubborn paint. But we're gonna fix that real quick. I feel like we do have enough now to cover the tile. And because of the success I had blowing it with my mouth, I guess I'll blow it in my mouth again. Because the air gun just, it's too forceful. Alright, so some white cell activator in the center. And then I'm going to pick it up and blow real quick. Oh man. Maybe a little there, huh? And I may or may not have just messed it up by blowing a little bit too much. But as you can see, look at those colors as they combine. It's just fantastic. Now I'm getting the lightning bolt stuff starting, so I'm going to spin it. Here, let me actually see if I can center it a little bit without distorting everything. These colors together, guys, I'm just saying, like, very earthy nature tones, very spring-like. But yeah, look at these. I mean, you can see that turquoise combined really well with that nickel azo gold and created like this really nice forest green, but it's like a gradiated version of it. And you can see where I blew too hard right there, but it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Looking gorgeous. So now we're gonna clean my hands off, and I'm gonna take you guys down. We're gonna check this out because these 3 tiles came out. Mwah, beautiful. Look at this purple one right here. This was the dioxazine purple and teal. I lost most of the teal except down in this corner over here, but the way the cell activator is acting with this stuff is really cool. And I don't mind the small bubbles that popped, and it almost looks like a starry night with lightning. It's amazing. And then here's that really bright orange with the lemon yellow and the black cell activator. It didn't do as much of that fractal stuff as I wanted. There's a couple here and there. Very small, very not noticeable. But the color palette in this is amazing. I love it. But here's like the creme de la creme. Oh my goodness. This thing, I don't have words. It's freaking gorgeous. It's like almost a perfect summer bloom. It's got those really deep greens and light blues. The gold, it's just phenomenal. I love it. But But I'm gonna let these dry, and then we're gonna show you the dry versions. Okay, like I promised, I was gonna bring you back for the dry results, and these things actually dried really good. I put a coat of varnish and sealer on there just to keep them protected before I resin them. So that's why they're so shiny like that still. They dried like most of my blooms. Most of my blooms have these little pit looking areas in it where the cell activator kind of sunk down into the paint a little bit. But after you put resin on them, everything is normal. Look at this one. This one still blows me away. Just the colors in it. Amazing, but which one is your favorite? I'd be curious to know.
If you want to watch another video just like this, click the screen right now and I'll see you there.